It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Tennessee Titans. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Ward throwing to start the drive. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dietrich Wise Jr. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Now Ward off the play fake. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard to the 43, second down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Ward. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. A nice throw from the rookie out of Miami, and it's going to be good for a first down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Well, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tyler Lockett. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon. So really a nice drive there for the first points of the game.
And how about the fact that it was a run by the wide receiver that got him into the end zone, Brandon? You know, these guys, we know they're not afraid to open up the playbook, and they showed it to us right there on the first drive.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Robinson with another carry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Off the play fake. Daniels. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Daniels looking to throw. Buying time to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. His throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Ward. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Ward. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Pollard. They toss it down to Pollard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Sly on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a 2nd and 6. Robinson on a give right side. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Here's Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Off play action. Ward. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it. or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
To throw is Ward from the gun on third down. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On the draw, Robinson. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. On the give, here's Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Daniels. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. Is able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll try to run the option here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Gay's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Ward. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Ward.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Play action, now it's Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch, and because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Back to throw again. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Robinson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Noah Brown from 6 yards away. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Ward. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him pull.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Drops this underneath for Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. That is caught and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 21 yards away.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Slide for the PAT.
It's good, and it's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
To the air goes Daniels.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Daniels looking to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Daniels.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. A gain there of 21 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Robinson up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Robinson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense and receiver Calvin Ridley getting ready for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back first downs.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ward. It's caught. Lockett. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Off play action.
Ward. That's to the tight end, Wiley.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun.
Ward. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Back to throw.
Ward. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Looking to throw.
Ward.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Now Daniels. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is fielded at the 27. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley, 62 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Here's Daniels. And this one too low.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Titans offense now. They work their way back onto the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive. Moore, a short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Back to throw. Ward. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now 3rd down and very long. Looking to throw. Ward. Complete. Jefferson the target. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Sly able to put this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Commanders' offense set to take over. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd and 5. A give. Eckler running to the right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
To throw is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd down and a yard. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. That's caught by Sennett.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Off the bootleg, Daniels. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sebastian Joseph Day
able to get him for a loss of about 3. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Back to throw. Daniels. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Right there in coverage, Xavier Woods.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now obviously they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd down and 6 now.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun to give to Pollard.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Here's Ward from the gun on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tyler Lockett. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Titans start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Sly on for the extra point.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Washington offense set to take over. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Second and 14. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Daniels looking to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. He's got his man. That's Ertz downfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Working out of the gun, Daniels locates Ertz going across the middle. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath, sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Here's Daniels.
That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
To throw is Daniels.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.